thank everybody for coming on such short notice. I'd like to thank the stationary guard commander to come in as well. These two military police below me protecting us. I appreciate that. You've all come on such short notice, and I very much appreciate it, because the speech will be quite important as our walls are in quite a dire situation as of right now. Quite a very dire situation. This Shiganshina especially. Anyways, I won't dwindle any further. I'm just going to get straight into it. Anyway, these great walls, which have surrounded us, have safeguarded us for countless generations. Ooh. Okay, let's start over. Thank everybody for coming on such short notice. It's actually kind of insane how many came. Especially the Premier, the Stationary Guard Commander, our military police below us, and everybody else who may have came, which I don't really know the names of. I appreciate it. Again, I'm going to say this again, I don't want to dwindle on any further. It's quite a serious matter that I'm going to be talking about. So any sort of interrupting of my speech, any sort of interrupting of anything, the military police below me have extreme authority to just shoot you, as you're probably just a waste of the walls anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get this speech over with. I'm gonna let you know what we're dealing with. These great walls, which have surrounded us, have safeguarded us countless generations. Their mighty stone have kept many titans at bay, and suddenly saved countless lives indirectly. But too much of anything, even a good thing, can eventually become harmful. These walls are no different. See, once humanity builds upon itself further and further, no matter which way we go, we will always run into the outer wall, at which point we will compromise living space for agriculture or civil services for industry. At what point will we be packed together like fish in a barrel? If humanity ends up like this, it will most certainly lead to our downfall. Humanity, however, has overcome many similar threats to our existence. The Titans, for example, were stopped by these very walls I just spoke of. Usually intelligence, ingenuity, resolve, and our indomitable spirit push us through these obstacles. So how will we overcome this threat? Simple. We will take the fight the Titans to free humanity from their terror. I cannot say how many will die, only enough, but each of their deaths will spur the future of humanity forward greater than just their own ever could. And just to let you all truly grasp the dire situation we were in, I will teach you all a little history lesson. One I've been given special permission from His Majesty himself to talk about. Something that would not ever normally be released to the public as to not cause panic. But allow me to elaborate. Centuries ago, we were once a great nation, not confined by walls. We were expansive and ever growing. There was no one that hadn't heard of us Eldians, until one day, terror struck as those monstrous titans drove our great nation into hiding, as we were far from prepared to combat them at the time. We were simply not ready, and ever since then, we've been confined by these walls as those beasts stand on the other side, clawing and scratching at our great walls, just hoping to get in and feast on us. And I know many of you have not even read of the Titans in a book, let alone seen one, if you are not a part of our great military, and you should be grateful your eyes have not had to lay sight on them, for they come in all shapes and sizes, from the size of houses to towering nearly the size of a giant tree. But fear not, for we are ready with our new Titan killing gear that has been made within the recent years. We are ready, and I know many of you have never even heard of what is outside our great walls, let alone seen what is out there. But believe me, my people, the world out there is beautiful and nothing short of a creation of God. Such land taken from us many centuries ago by those damn beasts, those Titans. Before your time, and before mine, and before anyone else's who resides in these walls, we once had access to great water sources that were even larger than every single inch of our walls that protect us, known as oceans. We had amazing and beautiful forests full of trees that reached to the sky as they were crawling with a pretty ecosystem that was diverse of life. Now we are confined by these walls and our resources are dwindling, but we will no longer act as cowards. Do you not want these resources back? These lands we once owned? We will no longer cower in fear. We will take the fight to those beasts. We will path a new future for our people. And with not just the Scouting Legion, but our two other great military branches that have sworn an oath to protect us, we will succeed. So fight, my people. No matter who you are, civilian or military, you contribute to our cause of freedom. That is most of it. There's far more I could go over, but that is for another day. I hope this has touched you in some sort of way to maybe enlist in the military, join the Stationary Guard, join the Scouting Legion, or maybe even join the military police. Whatever you do, you contribute to our freedom. Know that. Thank you. I've great. Look who's back. Our great Scouting Legion. Greet our Scouting Legion. Make sure they're welcomed home. They've survived yet another dangerous expedition. They've come. Good to see so many of them come back safely. Good to see the Scouting Legion has made it back in one piece. Many of you have came back. It's good to see. I hope none of you were injured or fatally injured. Everyone, I'd like your attention, please. Civilians, everybody. I'd like your attention. Be quiet for just a second. I'd like all of you to put your faith in the wings of freedom. To the Scouting Legion, our faithful heroes! Trust in the wings of freedom. They will take us. You're quite a loved bunch, Scouting Legion. You're nothing short of heroes. Sorry for taking your spotlight for a second, Scouting Legion, but I must talk for a second. I know all of you may be fired up, pumped up about the Scouting Legion's just now successful expedition, and now that they've just came back. How many of you will be going to the training corps to maybe become a member of the Scouting Legion? I see. The training corps is no easy task. You'll be trained to your utmost limits to make sure you are ready to fight those beasts outside our walls. But I trust in all of you that you will become amazing soldiers. Well, not all of you may join the Scouting Legion. The stationary guard and the military police has open spots. Like I said in my speech before, everyone, no matter who you are, you contribute to our freedom. Scouting Legion, stationary guard, military police or civilian, all of you, you contribute to the freedom of humanity. You will all become great soldiers, and I trust in that. And I hope that one day you will be out there fighting for our freedom. Again, thank you all for coming on such short notice. I appreciate it. That is the end of this district meeting. Again, I hope you all trust in the wings of freedom. They will guide us to a better future. Surely does, doesn't it? With such eager men and women willing to go and join our military, I have no doubt that we have a bright future ahead of us. No longer will we crumble inside these walls. We will expand. We will take back what was ours. Again, I've said this already though, this is the end of this district meeting. You may all think of your choices ahead at home. It is nearly night time, you should all go get your rest. Please leave this area. Thank you all for coming, I appreciate all of you. Go home and think about your decision. They have a tough road ahead of them. They have quite a tough road ahead of them.